There couldn't have been a worse time for that to happen. It is the 19th of January 2023, and it's also my very first day on board the Island of Princess, a ship I've never done before. It is 10:30 and I'm finally now just ready to settle down and chill out and probably just go to sleep. Today has been absolutely manic. I mean, when you first join a ship, the first day is bonkers anyway, but today has just been something else. So this crazy day today begins at 7:30. 7:30 in the morning, where I leave the hotel and I plan to get a nice early taxi and get to the cruise port by about 8 o'clock so I can have a nice early start on the ship. I'm supposed to be working at 12 o'clock. So I wanted, a good chunk of time to get to know the ship, have a handover with the current future cruise girl on here, and, generally just settle in and not have to rush around. Well, this failed instantly because at 7:30 I took a taxi to the wrong cruise terminal. So I went to the Carnival Cruise Line terminal, which in my mind was the right place to go. End of the day, Princess are owned by Carnival Cruise Line. So I thought that, hey, Princess will use the Carnival berth, surely. No. So I went to a terminal that was 15 minutes away from the actual terminal, plus rush hour traffic. Yeah, it was about a half an hour detour to get to the actual berth of where the ship was. The berth I went to wasn't a complete waste of time though, because that happened to be where the original Queen Mary was docked, and that was something I kind of wanted to see. So it wasn't a wasted trip, but it added on about half an hour to my day. So I got to the cruise terminal, the correct cruise terminal, at about 9 o'clock. And then I realised that I'd left my wallet in the hotel room, which was a really stupid thing to do. There couldn't have been a worse time for that to happen. So it's not like I can just call up the hotel and say, hey, I've left the wallet in the room, can you please post it or send it to the port where I am? Because I'm not going to be back in Los Angeles for 4 months. So I can't lose my wallet for 4 months. I have no money, I have no ID. I am so screwed if I don't have my wallet. So I signed on to the ship and I explained to them what was going on, what happened, and they said, that's fine, go back to the hotel and then come back. So that was another hour and a half lost today. I actually got back to the cruise terminal at about 10:30. Not the end of the world. I mean, I've still got an hour and a half where I have to be, physically at my desk. It's not the end of the world. And then we get struck with the people that we need to speak to sign on to the ship, to finalize it all, are currently in immigration and will be there for who knows how long. 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. We actually waited 3.5 hours for our cruise ship sort of staff managers to get immigration out the way for the people that are leaving the ship, because of course I'm joining the ship, there are many people leaving the ship. So anyway, that took them ages. So I actually only signed on to the ship. I actually stepped foot on board the ship at 2 o'clock, which is 2 hours late for my shift. So not the greatest start, I'll be honest. And then I get into my cabin, unpack all my things. I then have to spend about an hour ironing all my clothes because of course all the clothes in your suitcase are all creased up. I can't go to work. I can't represent, Princess in a creased up shirt. So I spent about an hour ironing all my clothes. Then I had to unpack. Then I went to my actual office. I then realised my office was locked, so I had to get a key, so I had to come back to my cabin. It was just a mess today. Now, I've also never done this ship before. I've never done this class of ship before, so I have no idea where anything is. I'm trying to find my own office like a clueless idiot. I did eventually find it, and I then settled down and everything from that point on went quite well. But day one is now over. Day two is a sea day. I now have 6 sea days in a row before I hit Hawaii. Now there's another complication now with Hawaii, because Hawaii is technically the United States of America. I need a certain visa. If I want to get off in Hawaii, a visa I simply don't have. If I had joined any day but today, I would have been able to get the visa in time. I didn't. So I've got 6 sea days. Then I have 2 ports in Hawaii, 2 ports that I cannot get off. So they're basically sea days for me. And I think it's another 7 sea days to get down to Tahiti. So I'm now facing basically 2 weeks at sea, which I love. I've missed this so much. Also, apologies in advance for the random times that my videos will now get posted. I used to try and upload my videos at about 5 o'clock British time. Now I'm on board the ship, that's going to be kind of hard. The Wi-Fi is not particularly very strong when you're at sea. So my uploads take several hours now, I'm gonna probably do it overnight. So my videos will now get uploaded at, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, depending on where you are, and also depending on where I am, because it's a world cruise. My time zone will change every 2 or 3 days. So bear that in mind. I don't mean to post a video at 4:30 in the morning when you all asleep, but that's just the way it's going to have to be from now on. I'm now done. I can't wait to go to bed. That bed looks super comfortable. I can't wait to go to bed, and I will give you a cabin tour tomorrow, I think, when I have more internet to upload that video.